Thank you, Sachin. I think I'm keeping you from the coffee break, so I'll go fast over my slides, and then if you have any questions, you can catch me. I'm outside. But I like to come to these events to share about our story, because sometimes there's some negativity about so many ICOs that raise money and then they do not deliver on their projects, they run out of money. So I like to come and say that we raised a successful ICO, we delivered the project, we are live. And the three things I wanted to share with you today is a bit about us. I want to explain why we moved to the blockchain, why using blockchain technology, and then some of the lessons learned so far from doing this for more than a year now. So first, just the company behind AppCoins project. So we are a Portuguese company. I'm from Portugal, the country of Ronaldo. And we've been around since 2011, so 8 years. What we do is alternative to Google Play. So if you buy an Android phone, like a Samsung phone, Huawei, it comes with a Google Play inside to download your apps. If for some reason you don't want to use Google Play, or you cannot use Google Play, you do not find an app in Google Play, we offer an alternative app store. Right now we have about 45 million monthly active users using our platform. We offer 1 million Android apps and games, and we do work with some of the top smartphone brands. So from the top 5 Android brands, we work with Xiaomi, Oppo, and Vivo. So when I mentioned the 45 million users, about half is using my own app store, the one you see on the left, the Aptoid branded one, and half of the users are coming from these partners that are selling phones outside China. So this is the company. Just sharing the user base: India, Brazil, Indonesia, Mexico, US. That's my top 5. We don't do user acquisition. It's organic. People just spread the word about this alternative to Google Play, and we get users from these regions. And the final slide about Aptoid. So we were a traditional startup. We raised $1 million 2013. Then 4 million 2016 on a Series A round from some Asian investors. And then we did our ICO. We raised $17 million to launch the AppCoins project. Okay, so there's 3 things we thought when we wrote the white paper that we could apply the blockchain technology to improve the App Store business. For the user acquisition, so any developer, let's say like Grab or Facebook, trying to acquire users, we thought that using the blockchain, we could prevent fraud, because there's a lot of fraud in user acquisition. If you know the space, maybe you've seen these pictures where they have like an entire wall full of phones, and then they just click, 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 install, and these are all fake users. We thought blockchain could help. We thought we should reward users when they actually install a new app and engage with the app. For the payments, of course, like many blockchain projects, we thought the blockchain can help with the payments, making more transparent, instant revenue allocation. I'll explain this in a moment. Try to address the unbanked. I know from my experience of being in 4 years in Southeast Asia, there's a lot of people that they actually like to play the games, but then they cannot buy things because they don't have a bank account. We also think we can try to address these guys. And then the security part, being very honest with you, we've been working very hard on number 1, number 2. For number 3, it was on the white paper. We haven't delivered yet because just lack of resources and time. But it's just to improve Android. Usually people say iPhone is safer than Android, and maybe they are right, because iPhone is closed, Android is still a bit open. We thought with the blockchain we can also help number 3, but we haven't had time to do number 3. We've been focused number 1, number 2 for now. Okay, so number 1, I want to give an example of how we changing the user acquisition. So in the past, the way Grab, Facebook, any game developer wants to acquire users, they go to an ad network and say, here's $1 million, give me 1 million users. And then this ad network will try to advertise this game in many channels, and at the end of the campaign, the developer gets a lot of fake users. It's a problem in the industry. Anybody in the advertising industry knows about this. So we came out with a concept. We call it POA. We invented the name. There was nothing like this. It's called proof of attention, but it reminds you of like the basic attention token. So the way it works, if you see on the left, the Spotify download is just an example of an app that I found in the App Store. This app is saying, If you try this app for 2 minutes, you get 0.085 app coins, okay? That's the reward that the developer is willing to give the user. The moment the user finishes installing the app and click open, we start this counter, okay? And every 10 seconds, we ping the Ethereum network to say, the guy is still playing with the app. The guy is still playing with the app. So after 12 pings to the Ethereum network, which proves that he was engaged for 2 minutes, we give the reward to the user, okay? This is how we created this proof of attention to make sure that the user is actual real user, and then he played with the app at least 2 minutes. Why 2 minutes? Because we've been doing the App Store business for 8 years, and when we speak with developers, they say 2 minutes is the minimum time for you to understand a game or app, the basics. Okay, so that's just an example of how you're using the Ethereum network to give real quality users. For the payment, you can see on the left, right now this is my checkout window when you buy something inside our App Store. So you have asked someone to pay, which is we inspired in Taobao. So I don't have money to buy something in this game, so I send a link to my friend, and my friend pays for me. We have PayPal and credit card. Those are like the 2 fiat payment options we launch. And then we have our own token. We have 2 different classes I can explain later. But what is the big thing here between us and what Google Play and Apple does? You might not know this, but when you go to Apple Store or Google Play, you buy something inside the App Store or you spend something inside the game, Apple and Google will hold the money from the developer for 2 months. And after 2 months, they give 70% of the money to the developer. Why they do this? Because it's a monopoly. They can. We are changing with the blockchain. So the moment you finish paying something, we use smart contracts and we disperse the 81% to the developer, so not 70, like Apple and Google give 81, and it's instant. This 81 goes to the developer. And when I explain this to developers, they cannot believe this, because they usually have to wait 2 months from Apple and Google to pay them. And then we do the other revenue allocation. Something that we also launched new is this 5% you see there, the phone manufacturer. We thought, if you are Samsung and you are getting all these users to Google Play, we think Samsung should get something also. So we're giving 5% to the phone manufacturer, and 5% to the phone manufacturer. Okay, regarding the security, because I told you we haven't done much, but we have everything in Explorer. So all the transactions happening in my network, I took this screenshot, I think 2 days ago before I submit my presentation. It's there. Anybody can audit. So again, we have a back office like Apple and Google where the developer can go and check the payments. But if he doesn't believe something in my back office, it's there in the Explorer, it's in the Ethereum network. He can audit himself. He does not need to believe my numbers. Okay, so now the second part about the lessons learned. So this is just 3 things we learned since we launched the project. Number 1, user experience. We have to be as good or better than Apple and Google. At least that's our goal. We have to address the non-crypto community, very important. And we have to make the adoption of the token increase. Okay, so for the user experience, the first beta that we launched, we only had the payment in the Ethereum network. So imagine, you're playing the game, you say bye, and then you wait like 1 minute to get the game item. So you can see the user experience was so bad. So what we've done is, now we do all the transactions off-chain. So you can see the reduction. It went like from more than 30 seconds to 10 seconds. So if you come to me after this talk, I can make a demonstration to you. It will be a similar purchase to like Google or Apple. So that's something we really had to improve to make it very fast. Oh, and by the way, so we do all these things in sidechain, and then once we have enough transactions in bulk, we go to the Ethereum network and record them, so to reduce the cost. Non-crypto, also very important lessons. The people that bought my token, they do not care about Aptoy. They are investors, right? They are holding the token because they are hoping the token price will go up. And my users from Aptoy, they don't know anything about blockchain or crypto. So we, in the user experience, many of our users don't even know we are a blockchain project. It doesn't matter, right? And we wanted to make sure there's a lot of ways for them to actually buy things in our app store. So we have the top-up. I told you already that we have Visa and PayPal live. I was checking this morning. We yesterday did the first transaction in Paytm and for India and GoPay for Indonesia. So we're putting more alternative payment methods that Google Play does not have. We have the rewards, the one that I explained, the proof of attention, so you can earn app coins by installing and playing with apps 2 minutes. And then we have the peer-to-peer transfers, where I can ask somebody just to send me some tokens, or the example I gave of ask someone to pay. So all of this is not related to crypto. You don't need to have an account in any exchange or whatever. Adoption. We've been working so hard. So one of the things I like to share whenever I go to events is that in my app store, the Aptoide branded app store, I have 20 million monthly active users. It's not the same thing to have these users and then convert them to actually adopt our payment system. So we've been doing a lot of campaigns. These thematic campaigns is like we did it for Christmas, Carnival, Valentine's Day, where we say, hey, please try this game from this developer and I give you some tokens. The right-hand side is whenever you buy something with a credit card or PayPal, we give you the game item and then we give you some app coins as a bonus. So we've been trying to push a lot of things to make sure we have more and more users adopting our token. So the left side, you can see in the Explorer, that's the line of the usage of app coins. It looks like a nice line, but I'm very disappointed with this line because this line is about 4,000 transactions in the last 30 days. I just mentioned I have 20 million users. Why I only have 4,000 transactions? So this has been a lot of effort, and the adoption is not where I want it. The right-hand side, I'm happy with this. Okay, so the green bar shows how many apps and developers already integrated our token or are in the process of finishing integrating our protocol. So the last number I have is 780 apps, 250 developers. I want this number by the end of the year to be 1,000 developers, 3,000 apps. So that part I think is going a bit better. And then this is the last slide. So we've been having a lot of top grossing developers to integrate our protocol. They really like what we're doing. They like the fact that we give them 81%, that we give them the money instantly. We have several app stores that already joined us. So Cherry Mobile from Philippines, Multilaser from Brazil, Mobile Streams from UK. They have adopted our protocol in their app store, so this is good. And yeah, we are lucky to be in some of the top crypto exchanges, which tells they are somehow confident in what we're trying to do. Thank you.